All right, people. I was not going to really talk about this, but since everybody is, I'm gonna give my thoughts and opinions as well. Uh, Pass rush with the Devontae Adams trade. There's a lot of speculation that teams are going to start offloading players, players that are disgruntled, players in a bad situation who can absolutely help the Falcons. And the Falcons are trending up, so that helps if a player wants to come here and try to make a run at a Super Bowl. And this sounds kind of crazy, but the Falcons are in the position to make a run for the Super Bowl this year. I mean, there's not much way around it based on how everything is playing out so far. And with these three players that are out there now that's possibly, disgruntled, want to find a way to get out of their situation, want to play for another team, this could be a beautiful opportunity for the Falcons. And it's not just one player, so it's not like we're pigeonholed to just go after one person. The people I'm talking about, obviously Max Crosby, he's kind of upset with what's going on in Vegas. Devontae Adams just got traded for there, so it seemed like it's just like a fire sale down there. So it looked like nothing's going on. Then you got Hassan Reddick, who's also been, disgruntled, haven't been on the field, and Myles Garrett, which the Cleveland Browns are just look like they're in disarray as well. So all three of these players could be players that want to be on a winning, team. And right now, with all the pieces the Falcons have right now, all the things that are going the Falcons' way right now, you can make the case we're literally like one pass rusher away from making a good run at a Super Bowl. And I'm not, I'm not saying that tongue in cheek. And I'm saying that because if we get that piece, we can make a run. Now, out of these three people who I think that probably would be here, after looking at it, because I put it on Twitter, I said Crosby or Reddick. I kind of think that Myles Garrett might be the best fit, and I'm gonna give you my thoughts and opinions why. First and foremost, I'm looking here at the numbers. I would love to get Max Crosby. I remember watching Max Crosby when he played against my Georgia Southern Eagles in Eastern Michigan, and dude was clearly the best player on that team. And it was pretty awesome to watch him in his college days in person in the Camellia Bowl back in 2018. And I was like, yo, whoever picks this kid up is going to get a nice player. Gets picked up in the fourth round, turns out to be one of the biggest pass rushers, one of the best pass rushers in the game right now. Bring him on the opposite side of Judon with Grady Jarrett and Anyamata. You got something there. You have something there. And but the only knock I got on it, he's owed $16.8 million. So that right there, $16 million guaranteed, that might be too rich for us at the moment. If we was to make that trade, maybe they could restructure some things. Maybe we can get them to pay for the rest of his salary. I don't know, but nevertheless, we only $3.5 million above the cap. I don't know if that would really suffice unless if you try to offload somebody else to send to the Raiders, but I like it. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know if I'm going to go that route because he's a little bit too expensive. Now, Hassan Reddick, I've been listening. Sorry, I've been listening to some people saying Hassan Reddick is a 10, 12, 15 sack guy, but there's a reason why he's not on the field. Like he may have some I don't know how to say it. How would I say it? Maybe have some, intermakings inside of the locker room or with the front office why he cannot get on the field. Maybe be a little bit disgruntled with not just the Eagles because, the Eagles moved on from him and probably with the Jets as well. So you may not want to bring him to a situation with the Falcons. Personally, I think with Raheem Morris, he should be fine. I don't know the numbers behind that, but I don't know. That might be a little bit dicey right there. You want the talent, but you just don't know what goes behind that. Maybe I'm wrong, but some people are saying there's something to that. Last but not least, like I was saying, Myles Garrett. I think he'd be the best fit because first and foremost, he's young. I think he's 25, 26 years old. He's a young guy. He's not that old. Also, I mean, Max Crosby's not that old either, but he's only guaranteed $806,000 on his deal this year. I mean, that's just a steal if you can get him. Next year to be a $19 million the following year guaranteed. So that's something you may have to work with. But bringing him in at 800,000 with that production you could probably get on the other side of Judon, you're looking at a situation where this is probably the best fit. You're going to get that same production at a lower price. You're not going to go over the cap. Maybe you could throw in a third or a fourth rounder in there. You don't have to give up any players, or you just probably like to offload a player or whatever. But nevertheless, he's the cheapest with probably with the best value at that with that situation. So the best pick right there, the best trade option in my opinion. Like I said, you don't know much about Hassan Reddick. What's his situation off the field? And Max Crosby's might be a little bit too expensive. But I look at it from the standpoint, Myles Garrett, I can see him being a Falcon. Max Crosby, I can see that as well. Maybe, what's his name? Terry Fontenot could make some things happen with the contract or whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, one of those two might be the best pick. I think it'll be Myles Garrett. So since everybody else is talking about it, I just felt like I should say something as well, give my thoughts and opinions on it. And that's basically how it. I think it'd be a really good look. Any of these three, you're on your way to a solid Super Bowl run with all those pieces in that front seven. Already have a good secondary, and then the offense is clicking. You're literally one pass rusher away to making a run. That's basically how I'm looking at it at this point. So let me know what y'all think. Just off the cuff talking about this, and I choose Myles Garrett at the end of the day. I thought the other two would be nice as well, but Myles Garrett for the price and the production, and you could probably work something out long term with him as well if him or Judon, whichever one you want to keep, works out. So let me know what y'all think. I'm gonna get up out of here, and I'll see y'all in the next one. All right, y'all, I'm out. Peace.